Welcome to this episode of Impart. Today I will be telling a story that I wrote during a church service. There was a couple of stories I wrote during church services. You know, I was forced to go to church a lot when I was a kid, so I got bored during the services because it seemed like at some point I just was hearing the same stories over and over and over. So I decided to make up my own. And these stories that I wrote, I actually threw them away. And my sister, for some reason, maybe because she thought they were funny or she liked them and one day was going to publish them for me, I'm not exactly sure why, she got them out of the trash and saved them. I did not know that she saved them, but they were found by our mother one day. You know, even before cell phones, parents would go through your stuff. You know, nowadays I realize parents will get hold of your cell phone and go through your search history and find all the like gay midget porn and stuff that you watch. But back in my younger years, we didn't have cell phones. We had hiding spots in our house. And yeah, my mom went through my sister's hiding spots because she had nothing better to do, I guess, and found these stories. And when she found them, I got in a lot of trouble, which resulted in like spankings, which I would appreciate more now than I did then. There was a lot of me having to go to church services and everybody in the congregation put their hands on me and try to pray the devil out of me and different things like that. I honestly didn't think these stories were that bad. I don't guess I would have wrote them if they were that bad. I don't know. When you're the tool of Satan, you just do things, you know? And anyways, my mom found these stories, but even though she destroyed the hard copies of these stories, they're in my mind because I wrote them. I think I was about 13 or 14 years old when I wrote these stories. So anyways, today's episode, I will share one of those stories with you. I called this the Ray Charles story. For you guys that don't know who Ray Charles is, he's a musician that was, how do you say it, like visually retarded. He couldn't see, he was blind. He was born not blind, and then he became blind. He like over time became retarded, more retarded. But he was an awesome musician. Like apparently losing his sight enhanced other abilities like his ears. I never got that lucky. But anyways, this story revolves around Ray Charles. And it goes a little something like this. I had a friend named Andy. And Andy was a very special person. He had this special trick that he could do. What Andy would do is he could like bend over and put his head next to his butthole and he could fart and knock himself out. And when he would collapse on the ground, his head would go up his ass. But for him, he was lucky enough that he had a very small penis. So it was kind of like a snorkel situation. He wouldn't suffocate with his head in his ass. He could still breathe because there was air coming in from the penis and going straight into his nostrils. Okay, mind you, at the time I wrote this story, I don't know how a body is made up, and I'm not even sure that's humanly possible, but in my mind, it made a lot of sense. But anyways, this is something Andy would do at like parties and stuff, backyard cookouts and everything, and everybody would just laugh and like everybody would have a good time, and Andy would do his trick. And it was just a good time for everybody. He didn't mind doing it because he could do it. And at the same time he was doing this trick, Ray Charles was this dirty motherfucker was playing a joke of his own on people. He was holding a contest, and he said, anyone that can come in and show me a trick that will make me laugh, you can win $1 million. And back in 1990, $1 million was a lot. Okay, now it's not that much, but back then it was a lot. So Ray Charles was holding this contest. Someone told Andy about it, and Andy was like, oh my God, I could go show him my trick and like win $1 million and get myself out of poverty. Like, it's just a win situation. So he he took his, I think at the time he was driving like a 94 Camry or something. I don't know. It's a vehicle his parents bought to give to him. He sold it, and he took that money and got a bus ticket because, also I forgot to tell you, this competition was being held in California, and we're from Kentucky. So he had to get a bus ticket to go from Kentucky to California. So that was already a bit pricey. And when he got to California, he was like, I gotta make this trick better than I've ever done it before. I gotta like get my head up my ass farther. I gotta pass out longer. Like when Ray Charles sees this, he's got to laugh his ass off, and I've got to win. So he went to the nearest Del Taco, and he bought burritos, but he had them keep everything off of them except beans. He had them just loaded burritos with beans because he wanted his fart to be extra stinky so that when he sniffed it, it would knock him out even longer. So he ate about 5 of those. And I don't know if you've ever had a Del Taco burrito, but they are already like, just their 99-cent burrito is already like big dick burrito type shit. These burritos were big, and he had like 5 of them. This I might be adding to the story because I'm not sure if Del Taco existed in the 90s. I didn't live in California in the 90s, but it seems good for this story. I know he ate a lot of burritos in the story. Anyways, he eats these burritos. He goes to the competition, and he goes in, and Ray Charles is sitting there, you know, with his sunglasses on, all arrogant and shit, like, show me a joke that's gonna make me laugh, like a fucking blind motherfucker would do. So Andy goes in, and also Ray Charles had like an entourage with him. He had other judges that would judge people's tricks or whatever. But like I said, it was a scam. The whole thing was a scam. Ray Charles can't see shit, so nothing you showed him was gonna make him laugh. So Andy walks into this, you know, being a poor kid from Kentucky, thinking like, oh, I got this. He didn't even know who Ray Charles is. He goes in there, and this motherfucker like bends over. You know, the judges are like, what is about to happen? This motherfucker farts for the longest time he's ever farted in his life. Probably like a good like minute-long fart. Nasty, stank-ass fart. Immediately falls and collapses on his ass. Thing is, he was straining so hard to get such a big fart, it made his dick longer. It elongated. So he could not breathe when his head was up his ass. So he fucking died. Everybody else passed out because of the gas and everything. And when they came to, they were like, what the fuck happened? Well, they had this dead kid on the ground. Ray Charles was like, get me the fuck out of here. I don't even know what's going on. And pretty much my friend died on the ground because he farted so hard he made his dick long, which could have been helpful in other ways. He didn't win the competition. Like, it's really not a happy ending. I don't guess. I don't even remember if there was a moral to this story. I think the moral to the story was like, if you're going to entertain a blind person, don't shove your head up your ass or something. I don't even know. Like, you guys give me a moral to that story. Comment it below. But yeah, okay, so my mom read that story. I'm sure she didn't get past like the part where my friend shoved his head up his own ass, and when she saw small dick, she probably flipped out and was like, oh, Satan's in you. I don't fucking know, because I never talked to my mom about her thought process when she found these stories. And I don't think she would talk to me about it now. Her loss, in a way. But I just feel like, you know, if I was writing those stories 30 some years ago and I'm still making up stories now, no amount of prayer is gonna fucking change who I am. Anyways, if you like that and you like content like this, you know, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe, turn on notifications, because I've got content coming out every week. And I'll see you guys next time.